I will ruin everything. Hello, Inobia family. This is Annie. You know, said that I was with my husband today. Peaceful, nothing happened. My husband told me he had a shoot today. Only for him to pack his things and his stupid cousin Frankie helped him plan it. His family does not love me. They hate me. They've been giving me hell for 10 years. Today, my husband packed his things. He lied to me that he was going to shoot. But my husband is on his way to America, planned by himself, F.L. Morigbe, and Frankie. All of this behind my back. I don't deserve this. I don't. I know this is not your business. But I can't call any member of his family. I can't even call his manager. He will not take my call. Because he thinks I'm the reason. He thinks I'm in his way. He thinks I'm in his way. So FA would never take my call. He just sent it on his way to America without telling me. Without telling me. Without telling me. He's going to see Pharaoh in America. And his other kids, don't move this car. Park this car. I'm going right now on Instagram Live. I'm going now.
Yo, my people, man. Nobody have my account. Let me talk with you. I want to talk. Understand? I come in peace.
Chokemakewa, I want to believe that what you just gave is your opinion. But let me remind you, pain is not gender-based. The fact that you're calling out all female to come and join and fight and all that, saying it's not the right timing. When is the right timing for divorce? Divorce is divorce. Do you know if one of them will buy before that time? What about Tuface's mental health? Now, I do not care what happened in their home because it's only the two of them that wore the shoes that knew where it was pinching. What I'm against is for anybody to invest everything in another human being and neglect themselves. And that's exactly what Annie did. And that is why I will stand my ground and say it is for the best. I think these two people, their relationship was a ticking time bomb. It has gotten to that stage because I've never seen this kind of obsession in my life. You obsess over another human being and then forget yourself entirely. I repeat again, it is for the best.
We are not going to do women supporting women. Annie has disgraced Tuface enough. She has disgraced Tuface just about everywhere she goes. Tuface has cheated on Annie on several occasions, and Annie has always had options. Option to either stay in the marriage and work on the marriage or take the other route, which is leave the marriage. I'm not sure it's even up to 3 years that they aired Young, Famous, and Africa. And you're just meeting Andile or so, I think that is his name, Andile. You're just meeting him for the first time in season 1, and you're saying just because they told you he has 2 baby mamas that are present there, and immediately in 1 minute, in less than 10 minutes, you've told him everything about your marriage. And this other girl came. You didn't stop. You continued. Guess the person that is always in the center of it all, despite not being part of the cast, is Tuface. It's not about women supporting women. It's about if your brother is in Tuface's shoes, what will your advice be?
So it all started with Tuface's post where he said marriage to Annie Macaulay Idibia has come to an end. In fact, he went on to tell us that they have been separated for a while now and they are currently processing their divorce. We all know that Annie Idibia wants to be in the life of Mr. Innocent Idibia by force, which is not a bad thing. But the thing is this, if you don't balance your mental health and you don't know the consequences of pressing and pushing yourself into the life of a man that has already proven to you prior to marriage that he likes his women, what else do you expect? Annie Idibia have said it times without number. I knew him first. Oh, she was 15. I knew him first When did they get married? They got married when Annie became an adult, a grown-up woman. She still continued. She still pressed on. She agreed to marry Mr. Idibia, Tuface. When someone has a name called, like alias, Tuface, what else? So this guy likes his women. Women like him. Women like Tuface as far back as back then, not now. Tuface cannot attract the kind of women he attracted back in those days. Then, Nigeria was just beginning to cut ties with the American music that was in vogue all over Africa. So slowly, Tuface and his crew back then were beginning to kind of get a lot of fans. Girls wanted to be with them. Tuface broke the camel's back with African Queen and also broke away from his record label. African Queen, the girl of my dreams. That sounded like R. Kelly to a lot of people. Nigerians, being people that like to embrace and promote their own thing, they have this pride. So they like to promote their thing. This is how the American thing dissolved, disappeared from Nigeria. And whilst we were doing the girl of my life, you are the beginning of my life. And, Annie Idibia is still there. He knew me first. He knew me first. I'm the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Well, she stuck with Mr. Idibia, even though it is glaring that Mr. Idibia is not interested 100% in keeping her around, regardless of the lies between both of them. Oh, I love you. Oh, you are the crown, you are the jewel, you are the, every story that a man can. And of course, this lady was so infatuated, so much, let's use the word love now, because I guess that's what people want to say. She needed to have Tuface's fame and the money that was going to come with it. She needed to have this dude in her life. She came in with that kind of love or infatuation that a 15-year-old will have for a guy. Now, Tuface and Annie Idibia have 9 years difference, which is not something that we have not seen. It's common. It's something that is there. It's not like something that is unseen or unknown. It is something that men do. Women do it too. So they said, oh, he groomed her. He groomed her. She was 15. Tuface was like 20-something. So what is this thing? And I'm like, wait, hold on a second. We've seen it countless times with that number. 18 doing 20-something. 16 doing 20. It's something that we see most of the times, even though now things have changed. Times have changed, of course. You cannot be doing underage. You can't be doing underage or whatever. You can. But every country has their law. That's basically what it is. Every country has its or our law. If you go to certain parts of Europe and underage with someone who is of age, if they come together and even there is pregnancy, parents of the underage must show support. Then it becomes okay. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. Anyway, Tuface kept on reproducing children with other women, and Annie Idibia stayed. She felt okay. If both of them got married and then Tuface started giving other women something to think about, children here and there, it would have been a different thing. But that's not the case. She saw that this guy is doing the thing. So she said to herself, I will be the legally married wife to this guy. So to her at that time, marriage was a thing. If I am married, that's it. That's why I always tell women and advise them. I say, yeah, in as much as you like this thing called marriage, marriage is not. Marriage does only two things. Two things. That's what marriage does. Unless both of you decide to stick together and remain so. Without third party or any of that. Marriage only changes the last name of a woman. And it announces to the world, family members, that this person is your wife. But does that stop other women trying to be in the life of your husband as mistresses or even as a second wife? Polygamy, it doesn't stop. Particularly if the man is someone who has substance, fame, he has money, he has fame. They just want to be in his life. And some people want to even show you that they are more prettier than you. Some want to just take a bite. Question is this. What about the man? Shouldn't he show that he is a responsible man by staying true. The thing is there are certain men who are caught out for polygamy. They are caught out for polygamy, but the society or pressure from family, like, no, don't do 2-3 wives. It is trouble. Okay, they won't do the marriage thing of 2-3 wives. They'll have one wife, like the case of Davido, but they'll have concubines. They will have women out there that are getting pregnant. It's not like they are just laying with those women. No, they're not just sleeping with these women. They are making sure that those women get pregnant. What else? How? That's more like a kind of new generation polygamy. That's a new generation polygamy where you have one wife married to, and then you have multiple children out there. Now, the man sleeps with those women. When he goes to check his children, he sleeps with the woman unless a woman is married. And in certain cases, if the woman is married but still wants certain kind of connection, she will do the doings. So, it is so sad, so sad that this is happening. And Idibia is out there screaming, the family does not like me for the past 10 years. Woman, the truth is this. It's quite unfortunate. I have empathy for you, but you got into the wrong thing. I don't know, maybe your family advised you, but you refuse to say this is what you want to do. At times, family will advise, you get into it, and you become successful, everything becomes good, and they regret having tried to take you off from that you want. And at times, your family, they end up being right. Annie Idibia, you got into this relationship. Annie Macaulay, you got into this relationship that was glaring. The same thing. People are waiting on Davido and Chioma. They say, wait. And for me, I'm not wishing any of them bad, but I know that time will tell. In the case of Annie Idibia, time has finally done the thing. Because I said it back then. I said, I am seeing this unhealthy setup. It's not going to work unless Annie is willing to stick and stay all through, regardless of whatever. Meaning, take all, whatever it is that comes from it. Take it. And don't forget that she also has her own part. Family members, you heard what she said. Family members, some don't like her. So, you got into a relationship that the guy likes numerous women. You got into a marriage that the guy likes numerous women. You got into a relationship that the family don't like you. So which person are you going to stay with? Family don't like you. You don't have someone in the family that you can call and say, warn your son or talk to your brother. You don't have. And even the person you are dealing with, issues. The person is here and there. The person is not a one-man, woman thing. So what are you talking about? And now you are screaming, oh, they don't like me. You should have gone somewhere else where you'll be appreciated and embraced. But then, Tuface was your goal. Tuface was the star. Tuface was the thing that appealed to you. All of these things comes with consequences. That's basically what it is. I have empathy, like I said, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Tuface came out to announce to the world, my account was not hacked. Do you know why he had to do that? There is a possibility that Annie Idibia had access to his Instagram account. Annie Idibia was one that wrote it and said, my account was hacked. Tuface had to do a video. My account was not hacked. I am the one that wrote what I wrote. It's as simple as that. That's just the basic of it. I am the one that wrote what I wrote, that this marriage has come to an end. We are not together anymore. Let everybody go his own way. For the sake of peace of mind, for me, I've always embraced sanity, mental health, being alive than marriage. You must not stay in a marriage that you know you will end up in a psychiatric ward or end up 6 feet. It doesn't make sense.